So we have another viral video of our girl out there in California, Tish Hyman. If you remember, she's the one that went viral last week for the confrontation she had with the transgender who came into the women's locker room like it was no big deal. She went off, she got kicked out of the Gold's Gym, lost her membership and all that. Well, she recently went to a campaign event for a state senator named Scott Wiener. And just to give you a little context on who he is, we'll get to him in a second. He's a openly gay state senator for the California state legislature. And she had some things to get off her chest, and I'll let you hear what she said.
Senator Wiener, as the only black lesbian here, can I please ask you a question because I flew here to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. As a lesbian woman who was attacked in a woman's locker room at Gold's Gym this week by a self-identifying trans woman with a documented history of domestic violence, I'm deeply concerned about women's safety in female-only spaces. What would you say to women who are seeking assurance that their safety will be protected from men who, by California law, can self-ID as women in women-only spaces, sir? Please tell me.
So if you heard her when she started off, she says, as the only black female lesbian here, like that's supposed to mean something. Like he's gay too. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to get into the hierarchy of the Democrat plantation in a minute. And she going to find out real quick that there are rules over there on that plantation. And she got her feelings hurt. But all this identification, I'm black, I'm lesbian, I'm female, that doesn't mean anything, man. You have been programmed to think it means something, but this is their world. You're out there in California. This is San Francisco. This is the San Francisco area for those of y'all that don't know. His district is San Francisco and San Mateo County, which is another liberal county to the south. But let's continue.
Yeah. So we want, everyone to be safe, and we also know that we have trans people, both men and women, who are men and women, and so so if you're trans women are women.
Senator, you've done great things with the bills you've passed with the housing. I've read a lot of your bills, and like you said, there are bills that need to be opened up, and I'm telling you now, millions of women across America are being harassed and sexually assaulted in locker rooms. I'm a lesbian black woman. I'm not transphobic. I'm not homophobic. And I do respect a lot of the things you've done. But I do see a lot of these bills that you've passed that are dangerous for women and young children. And I understand that you're trying to be on a level playing field. And I'm here to represent my community because I hear a lot of things about my community in these bills. And I'm telling you as a woman, first and foremost, that this is dangerous and we need your help because you're in the office, you're going to go in the Polisky spot. I want to support you. I have millions of people behind me watching this right now, and we want to know, are you going to protect women? Not trans women, women. Trans women are different things. Women. Listen, we need to protect women's safety. I was assaulted.
Women are women.
I was assaulted. No, they are not. They are men. I was assaulted by women. He broke his wife's jaw so bad she needed reconstructive surgery.
So you saw how when she said, you gotta protect women, and he said trans women are women. She was like, no, they're not. And then somebody was like, yes, they are. Boo, they booed her, bro. They booed her. I told y'all, they operate by a different set of rules out there in San Francisco.
I'm a lesbian. I'm not transphobic, and I'm black. So if there's another black woman in here who wants to tell me how they feel, please join in. But all of you are not. And I don't know who you are or what you are, but I'm a lesbian, and I'm telling you right now, men are harassing women in the locker room.
Let's let him answer the question.
I'm just telling you, since y'all want to woo.
No, just let's.
Now I'm done. And by the way, I respect what you have done. I just want to let you know that.
Let's give the senator the opportunity.
I'm done.
I appreciate your point of view.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry that you were harassed,
Multiple times.
and I appreciate you talking about it. I think we need to protect the safety of all women, and that obviously that's incredibly important. And I also know that trans women are also brutalized in this country. So women and cisgender women are brutalized in this country, and we have to protect the safety of all women.
We have to protect women. We cannot be raped in the bathrooms by men that want to say they're women. They're not women. They're not women. I'm leaving. It's okay, but I'm not going to take it. I am leaving because you know what? You guys are not protecting women. You're doing a lot. The bills that you're passing for the law, I read a lot of them. They're great. But this things with the trans, it's not right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. And my name is Tish Hyman. You heard me, sister? All right. Don't let them use our blackness and our civil rights as a reason to pass weird laws for children to transform. It's wrong. My sister's in jail. She can't get free tampons or soap, but she can get free transformation medication. Big Pharma at its best. Tired of it.
Yeah, Scott.
Well, things were going so smoothly. Well, let's talk about another uncomfortable moment. When we first started talking in 2008, when Aaron Peskin challenged you for...
Okay, so that's the end of the video clip. So as you can see, Tish Hyman was basically told to calm down. She ended up storming out of there because she didn't feel heard. She felt like they were being very dismissive, which they were. And, you know, the gentleman got up and was trying to, you know, tell her to just chill out, let the man talk, whatever. Scott Wiener, the politician. And what Tish Hyman did not know before she went into that atmosphere was that there is a hierarchy on the Democrat plantation. At the very top of the Democrat hierarchy on the plantation, there's the white liberal male and the white liberal female, the heterosexual white liberal male and female, right? And they kind of run the plantation together because the woman has just as much power as the man over there. In some cases, the white liberal woman is actually more powerful than the white liberal male because what woman respects a liberal man? And of course, he's LGBTQ. You saw how his legs was crossed when he was sitting down. Very effeminate guy, right? And he's 55 years old. I looked him up. He's running for Nancy Pelosi's, I think, representative seat because she's going to retire after this term. But yeah, man, I mean, this is who the Democrat plantation is run by. You know, white liberals, they made the plantation, so you're not finna come in there and tell them that trans women are not women. They don't care nothing about you. The white liberal male and his woman are at the top. Then the white liberal gays, the LGBTQ, then the black woman, right? Then the black liberal male is up under the black woman. People that may have some power, like a governor like Wes Moore out there in Maryland, or a mayor like Brandon Johnson up in Chicago, right? A Jasmine Crockett down there in Texas. If you're an elected official and you're a black liberal, you got a little bit more pull, you got a little bit more power, but you're not above that white liberal. That's they built the plantation. You just work there. Yeah, and then Tish Hyman, she ain't nobody to them. She ain't got no pull. She ain't got no position of power. She's not spending no big money on his campaign, so he don't care about her. She's expendable. She's a serf, right? Him and his crew is basically like, man, if you don't get your nappy head up out of here, Negro, we don't want to hear what you got to say. That's the hub. San Francisco is the gayest city in America. That's the hub of just radical liberal extremism. That's the home of transgender. That's the home of giving kids puberty blockers and hormone blockers. That is a white liberal mecca out there in San Francisco. Ain't a whole lot of black folks left in San Francisco. And you gonna come out there and tell them white liberals that you're a black lesbian woman. That currency does not pan out over there, ma'am. That's why she left in disgust. That's why she left in disgrace, because they basically told her, trans women are women. We're sorry. Deal with it. This is San Francisco. This is California, ma'am. This is how things are done out here. And I feel sorry for her. I mean, I wish that she didn't have to go through what she went through, but 92% of your kind, of your demographic, man, 92% of black women vote for this stuff. Y'all vote for it. And she not even from California. She from New York. But they vote for it in New York too. All the blue cities, all the blue states, they vote for this. And when it comes back to bite you in the behind, now you crying. Now you upset. But they told you who they were the whole time. They told you what their policy was the whole time. Right? Now, I'm disgusted because where is Stacey Abrams? Where is Ben Crump? Where is Al Sharpton? Where is Roland Martin? Where are the typical race hustlers at? Why aren't the black, liberal Democrats that hoop and holler whenever a black person get taken out by the police or something? Why aren't they having your back? Because they know better. Al Sharpton not finna come to San Francisco. Stacey Abrams is not finna come to San Francisco to defend this woman because she's expendable. She's a nobody. And then on top of that, remember the hierarchy. White liberal male and his wife, his female. White LGBTQ. Then the black woman. And that's only if the black woman is useful to them. You don't have nothing they want, Tish Hyman. You're just a ghetto lesbian black woman to them. You just another, Keisha to them. They don't care about you. The black folks are actually irrelevant in California when it comes to politics. And the reason why I say this is because black folks only make up 6.5% to 7% of the overall population. We're outnumbered by white folks. We outnumbered by Hispanic folks. We outnumbered by Asian folks in the state of California. All of them are in double digits. Black folks are in single digits in the state of California. And I ain't been to the Bay. I've been to LA. LA a little bit blacker. The city, at least, in LA County. And the blackest part of the Bay is actually the Oakland area. Alameda County. But they were in San Mateo County. That's very white. Very Asian. Right? It's mostly whites, Asians, and Hispanics in that Bay area. There ain't a whole lot of black folks out there. Your vote is irrelevant in California as a black person. What that means is California is so left, and California's Hispanic and white and Asian population are so much bigger than the black population that they don't need your vote to win. That he don't care about you. He could care less about your emotions and your feelings about what happened to you. He could care less. They're going to continue to let trans women in the locker room. They're going to continue to let trans women go into women's spaces and play in women's sports and all that stuff out there in California. Your situation is not going to change anything in the state of California. He just told you trans women are women in your face. In your face. In a room full of white liberals at that. They let you know real quick that pro-blackity black stuff means nothing of it. That pro-blackity black stuff, it don't work in their territory. It might work in Atlanta. It might work in Chicago. It might work in Philadelphia. But San Francisco? No, Tish Hyman. I don't think she understood where she was at. I don't think she understood that there's a hierarchy on that Democrat plantation. Right? And unfortunately, she had to learn the hard way. And it's unfortunate. It's sad. But like I said, I don't know what it's going to take for liberal women to wake up. You had a white woman named Riley Gaines. I talked about this in my last video, who had to compete against a white male swimmer. They do this to white conservatives. And this was on this side of the country. This was on the east side of the country. This wasn't even in California with Riley Gaines. And she got a whole movement. She done blew up all over social media. A whole lot of people support her. And the white male conservatives, they pass laws in the South and in the Midwest where they have the numbers, where they're dominant. Places like Florida, Georgia, Texas, North and South Carolina, places like that, Arkansas, right? Ohio. They got transgenders banned from sports in those states, in the red states. But in the blue states, the Democrats got the power. And that's how it's done in the Democrat states. So it's very sad. It's very unfortunate that she had to learn the hard way. But if that's one less Democrat after this incident, if she wants to join the Republican Party or even be independent, that'll be one less Democrat out there. And maybe she can start speaking up to other and joining other women's movements that want to protect women. You might still want to be a Democrat. I don't know why, because you're not going to get them to change the party platform, because LGBT is huge in the Democrat Party. That's like their sacred cow. They worship LGBT in the Democrat Party. Like the LGBTQ is like a god to them. Trans, oh yes. Oh yes. Transgenders are more important than black women in the Democrat Party, especially if it's a white transgender, because a white transgender is basically a white male that is a gay white male. A transgender white person is a gay white male. A trans white woman is a gay white male masquerading around as a woman. He's above you, Tish Hyman. He's above you. Like I said, if Stacey Abrams or Jasmine Crockett was going to be in that locker room, they'll have security standing at the door until they get in and get out, because they got a little bit more money and they got a little bit more pool, a lot more money and a lot more pool, because they elected officials. Not Stacey Abrams, but Jasmine Crockett, right? Stacey Abrams, she's a plantation mammy. She's somebody that does all the work for them to help them win elections and stuff like that, or try to win elections, right? And they give her money. Right? They'll do stuff for their token Negroes, but a Negro like you that they don't really care about, and you in San Francisco, nah, you can go. You can go. And then he gonna try to tell her, oh, you don't have to leave. He didn't care whether you left or not. He didn't care. So that's all I got to say, man. I just wanted to hop on here and say that this, in a normal society, this would be a wake up call to black women, but 90-something% of black women probably don't even care about this, because it doesn't affect you. And unfortunately, Tish Hyman, she just having to learn the hard way that just because you're a black woman and you're a lesbian, that means nothing in a place like San Francisco, California. Welcome to the club. There's plenty of lesbians in San Francisco. They're just not black. And you don't like the fact that they have that policy, but it's a lot of people out there that support that policy. That's why it's called San Francisco. That's why it's called California. And that's how they get down out there. So if you don't like it, move to a red state. Stop voting Democrat. I'll catch up on the next one. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace.